Hi, Jensen. Are you tired of chasing down scatter meeting notes, unclear processes, feeling like your piece isn't on the same page? What if you could have all business knowledge and decision at your fingertips, ready whenever you need it? In this video, I will show you how to use AI not only to streamline your processes, but also empower you as a agency owner, giving you complete control over your information flows, and imagine making faster, smarter decision because you have everything you needed in just a one query away. Let's dive into in and take your agency into next level. Let's go to my dashboard. Now, agency owner, what we learned today is the end of the video. What we learned, we learn how documentation of SOPs and notes helpful for your agency. We create a database where we have all information of agency in a formatted form, and we use AI, build an AI app to query each documentation database to know the specific knowledge. And this video is pretty defined in three parts. Where is the idea and why? Why this is the problem? What the main nuances we have? So we got this internal communication problem. And next part we actually build the system, how it work. And last part we talk about a future possibility, what we can do from it. Let's go into it. No, your if inefficiency of your work in your agency is mainly happen through the lack of communication. It should be documentation or it should be any channel, but it's a main problem of your inefficiency is lack of communication. If you know or you don't know, it doesn't matter, because either your employee don't know what to do right now, what to not do, are they not deadline or anything else, or senior manager don't take about them. The main problem with business agency have falling back to inefficiency is the main is communication lacking their heart. They don't know what to do, when to do, and how where they get the knowledge. Now, this happened basically three causes. Not having SOPs. SOPs means standard operating procedure in your agency. Mean that why you do you have a systematic flow how a work can be done? If you're a video editing agency, do you know how a reel should be edited, with the scripting transition, how you have to document it properly, so anyone, if your agency have hire anyone, he only go to look the standard procedure and just show that, oh, I have to do this and this. You can see how much time and efficiency you have saved a training to do the work, because in the after the scaling of some point of time you have to depend on a system. We can't depend on the people because people are changed in many direction, but system stands same. So we have to build the system first of all, the how we organize our system. We have the standard procedure of doing one thing in a proper format. Next thing, I just as that non-proper documentation of the decision. Agency, mainly I see the most of agency try to do multiple meetings and query messages, but they not properly document everything, that what we talk in this and that. If any agency do it, it do very rudimentary level, means that they only write the key points. They never document the whole meeting, who take what the takeaway, that who what the branch manager talk about, what the employee take, never analyze the whole thing. And and if the documenting happen, they document in text in the, and they become like the millions of papers, and nobody look back before if any information they needed. It all document like the previous file. That's a very holy grail. Now, what is happening that in this meeting we doesn't, after the meeting or any decisions making, we have not a clarity of documentation where we should define that who is responsible and how it work should be done. The two main things we should decide about. And the last part is that as an agency owner, you also know that what result you have to expect it from the decision after this decision happen, meeting happen, what result you needed. This is the whole thing you needed. No, you lack this problem, most of the problem agency has. Now, third flaw is that we don't have the clear way of finding specific information from that. This suppose that there is a meeting happening in June where something is talked about, but as an employee he need this information. Do he get the information properly? Yeah, I have to talk seniors, anybody. Do you have the system of that they give information? Most agencies doesn't have it, the formatted. Either they talk to seniors or colleagues, and there will be misplacement of information, that they have half information or lack of information happening. And this is main problem is that we can't. There is a seniority level. We can't talk anytime with seniors because they have too busy meetings. We can't talk, and sometimes if people know that his responsibility, her responsibility, they forgot. This is human nature. We forgot the different nuances in the over time. So this created the whole lack. This whole system create your agency of whole damaging your agency because you lack the efficiency, because no people know the right way to what to do, how to do, and what the result is they expected. Now we pretty aware of what the problem is. Now now decide the what we can do is solution. So first thing is that you have to create a clear SOPs for it. Now you have to do it is your call how you structure your thing. You have to create SOPs, how to do it. It's your call. You have to create it the standard procedure. And after creating the SOPs, we start make a database on it. Now, if you after creating SOPs, it's pretty easy because you go to ChatGPT, tell that I do this work, and they create SOPs that do this. It is pretty easy after creating SOPs. Now, we have to create a meeting notes, that what we do that there is a Fireflies AI in the market where we then transcribe the whole meeting text, and at the last of that we just summarize into different sections, that what are the sales decisions are taking, what are the results are we taking, what are the actionable we are taking, we takes about it. I also talk about this whole system in the back end in my previous video where Fireflies and men should I work. But in this video, I will also broadly go in this. Now, third part is that we create a database in AI where we create a database in MindStudio where we just summarize the text and put our database on the MindStudio as a database. And what we do that if the database happen in created in MindStudio, a user a user in a, who have access to it can query the information as is required, because AI just find the important data that he wanted in just a few seconds. And this so how the thing is sorted out, because you getting your each employee know, okay, this in this July 30 this sales stock is happening, we have to create this thing should be done for this time frame, and he forgot it some by chance, and he have to know, remember it. He just asks to go to database and say that what the decision of having sales in this meeting, and they get the all information in the one click, and pretty decently, pretty formatting way, and now now we saw the whole process of the what to create, but now the thing is that how to build it. Now actual part is that this is the whole thing that every people know, but this thing is that how to build it. Now we'll just to go to building part. So it's pretty basic, no fluffy, no anything, that we're creating three apps, probably the apps in MindStudio. We're creating a meeting database where we store every meeting transcriber in there. Also a SOP database where we storing every SOPs, either be sales SOPs, marketing SOPs, or any work SOPs, and onboarding SOPs for there for our team. Or we also I also figure out also I'm just planning to create a meeting summarizer It I already cleared in the previous video. I just show you how it work, and that we can create for actionable for each team. That if there is a meeting happening, they are saying that what the team leader supposed, what the sales team supposed to do, what the manager team supposed to do. We summarize the meeting according to their custom needs. It can be go further for individual also after the tuning, the fine tuning the process. Yeah. Now let's go to our canvas to making it. Yes. Ha. Hmm. I create. I think I created pretty much two systems standard resume and sensor. Okay, I can just create edit this one. So I not need a flow. There is input data right now. There's no input function and data source. Again, this the flow. Yeah. Now, like in the our first, we created a database for meeting. First, we create a database for meeting where we store the meeting all and just make a query so we get the specific information about our meeting. I think I already created it. Let's think, go it back right now. Okay, why my MindStudio is not working right now? Okay, I think I should make it. Yeah. Now there is I created a database. Clearly, it's a good database. I know. Now this is the database we created for meeting summarizer. Database show it right now. It's a meeting summarizer. Now, why it is hanging right now? Okay, it's pretty fine. Now, now it is a MindStudio interface. You pretty much that there is a whole tab in here. That's I call that. This is the app where you know the name. You can it's a description about it, what is do, and anything else. Global variable. That's we doesn't need that. Now, what we doing that now we inputting what the holy grain is that we using a transcriber, a video transcriber, putting it the Mind Studio and making him to work summarize the whole meeting as different actionable steps so we can store it as a database. Now see how can I do. So for that we create a variable, the meeting info, long type form, meeting info, what happening to meeting. Now I can just repeatedly create for it that how created. So there is numerous choice of you can do it. Long text, short text, text choice, image. We use long text because we're putting something in. Now it put a variable called meeting. Meeting one. Yeah. Now we put the label. What the label means that what text we have to paste here. Mm, put your meeting raw text. It is anyone and okay, we're done with it. Now we put a variable. Now that where is we put the data. Now it is a canvas. Now it is a canvas where you can do multiple things with that. And the point I like mentioned that we can use every AI model existing here because we can choose any Claude, OpenAI, Llama as you desire according to our need. So we can do a whole automation inside a MindStudio to make our content list. So for doing that, we need a thing that we need to define what the system do. So you know that I do a pretty good prompting here that what the AI app should do. There is objective that developing that meeting discussion method. There is a features section where we summarize the meeting, summarize the task management, question tracking, and make a section as it user interface, how technical stack action and conclusion. We define this whole system that what he's supposed to. He's supposed to be describe, summarize the meeting. In this one, we sub guide the whole thing that whole app that what he's supposed to do in a all over. Now, in the beginning of the canvas, you only see this chart word and this start and chart. And inside of it, you see nothing. We can add according to our desire. So what is user input does that it create our input variable and we have ability to use wherever we are. When we started, we use the meeting info that I previously created and just put the data on it and just we give the flow, pass the flow. So and your variable and you just this is your variable. The meeting the data I put in this is stored in this variable. If you get the data is stored in now we have different system here. You can see in MindStudio generating text, generating image, display content, user input, query that we use in further of the video, running function, scraping website, menu, thumbs, dollar habit. So what we using generated text? Generated text means that we're using a AI model to generate a text. Means just suppose that using ChatGPT, and despite it that we can use any model we desire, Google, Open Perplexity, our desire. So we're using Claude inherently here. And now just we have prompted. You see that we have prompted the meeting that meeting summarization prompt. We have to prompt the this AI generative. So what result we accepting? So again the structure is that objective summarize the meeting in the terms of task and agent to manager. The what the task is assigned in this meeting. I breaking the meeting that what the task is supposed to do after the meeting is. No. And assigning tasks, we just have the structure of brief description, specific the result of accepted. Second task, we just define the whole system and goals and follow-up action and conclusion. It is the format update. And you saying that why I write this like a star star, it is a markup language. Most of the OpenAI is run in a markup language because it they communicate in this, so it's a story. So this first generative text is summarize it and display the user. You just put the subscriber and summarize it into tasks. Now, next part is that meeting summarizer with the goals that I want to just give one part is for team what to accept it and one part is this for that what the agency owner or the CEO want to know about that in this meeting what the goal he result he accepted after meeting happened. So I just summarizing according to the goals description everything why this matter with the when happen who is supposed to do so it's summarizing to custom need. So what is happening that we just forgot to making a old fashioned meeting note where is everything is putting the crap people doesn't know what to put where to put but we can just make a summarizable actionable thing that we needed. So we first we create this meeting. So with this meeting data, we store a different database where our team access that, okay, we do have to this, and this data. After getting this information, we can store a different AI app, so our agency owner know that, okay, wow, okay, I have to go understand this goal is achieved or not meeting, or this strategy made or not. So they have the easy. So we're just separating the from individuality in this. No, no. After I build this previous, we can send it to make.com to run another flow, but right now we're not doing that. So now what I doing right now is that I'm getting my meeting note from Fireflies. Not only don't know about this, it is a best, one of the, not the best, one of the great meeting note taker in Zoom, any meeting apps. You can also use the live stream also, and it does can do the summarizing thing, everything that you have to not worry about it. You just take a note of your meeting and just put in the transcribe. So I transcribe a meeting before and after. I transcribe a section of it. You can again I can play the meeting for a while so you understand that the meeting.
So it is the SEC, meaning secure and govern, growth and data science, meaning applied ML, ML.
Okay, this is the meeting was happening in YouTube. I just download it and just transcribe it through it. Now what we're doing right now is that we just getting this transcribe just getting this transcribe.
I've got a lot of things on the agenda.
Okay, why we do it? Okay, just why not we use make.com? Make.com. I just forgot that I set up the whole system here. I set it. I set, I set here. It's a make.com scenario. Just go into the business power by AI. No. Yeah, this is a communicator master I just created. No. Okay, this is the module that I use to communicate this whole part. No. Fireflies does go, thus we can just plug into our Zoom meeting, anything else, and it just take our notes and just transcribe the whole thing. And after that transcribing that, we get summarizer, and what we use that, we use a make.com to get the transcriber. Use the get transcriber where we put the transcribe ID, and we use iterator. Why using iterator? Because if you see that, okay, just I run this module only, we get sentence like this, that what is speak, who is the speaker, and which time to how much time it speak. You know how best level we can get this. Who speaking, how much time, what is speaking, everything we know that in transcriber. Now we see that it is the com in array. So we just iterate it through with the bundles. So we iterate this whole sentence array to iterate, so we get the array in the sentence. And let's order that we just use text. So I can use that text. Also, you can speaker, that who speak also. So I get a better understanding that okay, Sally speak that, Roman speak that, Alex speak that. So you can just better understanding also. So after that, we just transfer it to the make.mindstudio app directly. So we can use the MindStudio app as a HTTP request in here. So just to find the model, API order, and anything else that. So we're not doing that. What I doing is like this, transcribing, just doing this only this part. Let's see how the meeting run anyway. Okay. Now we get a bundle input. There is a lot of bundle inside it, and there's a text. Okay. Now this is the whole transcriber meeting that we needed. Now, copy. Right now, I'm not using this HTTP because it's a too lengthy right now process. I talk later in this. Just we using that. Suppose that we just connect it to the make man studio now studio. Now say the preview of the draft. Now is a new that I created yesterday. Now you see that what happened in meeting. So we just create the meeting subscriber and what we get it now see that. And normally the red line is that's about grammatical something mistake happening in this. Now you can see that how good is that we get description of what tasks to manager have to do, description, due date, and what are the expectation outcome have to do, and conduct deep carbon budget review and goals, ensure goals and follow up. What are the follow up action of the meeting? It can be good after that how much you just iterate the prompt. As I state tasks, goals, and follow up. It can be iterate upon your meeting needs and your specific need, customizing your prompting. I do a little bit of prompting and so we just use store this data. That is storing this for future use right now. Now I also show that I use another AI model for using that. Now next. Now this is for the agency owner that he need that he need the when the meeting happen timeline. You know who the participant is here, who the duration of meeting, not a key decision of some reason. And increase in custom rate by 20%, description, significance, and targeted deadline. Consumer leads a new product and QAB. And this is about. No. Now, no. If you just store this, store this. Now it's going to this. Now going to our dashboard. Where is the answer? Now, if agency owner, if you just store your whole data and decision like this, according to actionable, it can we can create app for individual thing for your meeting. Just we have a meeting with client and we store the data in different format for trade in a database. You can suppose that how it good. Now you can know what to do and what to not do in this previous set because it is the one meeting. Now you're doing hundreds of meeting and you have to know hundreds of meeting of summarizer in a one click in a few tokens. Now what we do next is that the next trade I just producing that we use this the system that we store it and make the database on it. And making a database on is that we just make a database that any person he need any information he just query this data and get the information he needed. Now make this data is accessible. Okay, okay, where is this? No, I need a new thing. Oops, something happens. Let's go to MindStudio. Let's play this thing. Now I did it. Yeah. Now this name should be as our meeting data. Meeting. Ask me meeting. Ask meeting. Uh, Summarize. Not a meeting summarize. It's the meeting database. Okay, database. Not a cool name. No. We store this data in this data form. It's a data storage, right? What we just PDF, text, HTML, and docs, and we is turning a PDF or as we taking a text doc or the Google Docs. We just created a Google Docs on it. Okay, plain text. It is good. Now we download the plain text. Now put this in this meeting file. The one thing that I told that this is a technical part, but not that it's stored in vector format that it is easy to find out the information that we needed. Just the backend thing that this MindStudio that it store the data like a vector. You want to see that? Just see it out how this the preview look. Again, it's no, yeah. Now we know that the data is pretty good. No, it is stored pretty good. There is no breaking. Before start storing any data, you have to look that is any information black. Okay, that's a raw chunk. Yeah, a vector. This is the store the rate and the AI working. That is the information. Pretty handy. Now, the main thing that we create an input. It is a short-term data. It's called what you want. Like a variable name, it should be question, and text should be what you want from me. A little bit some questions. Now, into workflow, main workflow. Now, we write a whole prompt. Before writing prompt, what we need that, what is the main goal of this? We need a prompt where that we have to query the data. Write a prompt like this. I write the main prompt inside of here. My ChatGPT I use ChatGPT to write prompt. I write a prompt for MindStudio AI in mark of language is where I store meeting note in database and user allow query data for their require required need and AI suppose to give relevant data of it. Now, most of people write prompt like this. Okay, and okay, I not want to write like this because it's good like this. Okay, just stop. Now, the prompt should be right like this. You have to define the format also. What the format should be. We have need a rule. What's supposed to be. We have need a rule. What rule should be. We have need regulation. We need tasks. What is supposed to do. We need to be constraint. Constraint. It can form. We need to do scope. If anyone asks that beyond the scope, he not to access. So he also define the scope also. And when be what happened in not scope and unexpected happen. Scope and tasks, regulation and examples. Some examples also. Now this is the holy grail. If we add this structure, okay, this is about the markup language, it's the markdown language. Now need them. Okay, I think I use markup language, but it's the markdown language. Sometimes I just really forgot. Really forgot. Okay. There are different types. There is a markdown and markup. This is a different format of the this language work. The AI model just talk about the markdown language. That's why I used to work on it. So we know rules, regulation, constraint, scope, and examples. So are you supposing how is it happen? It only the most probable is that you're getting this idea constraint and better because I train this whole thing is I constraint role models. So over the time of period, your ChatGPT also learn that what you're accepting. In the first of beginning, I not get like this, but after the training is giving the variety of roles, and it just train on it. I don't know how it train, but it train like it that I getting a proper when after giving this steady prompt also. But this is not a whole prompt. This is not a. We have to do a lot of updates on it if we require the better thing. But we just go. It is more than enough for right now. I do building this from scratch. For need that we need a user input, and the user input is our question. Yeah. And after that we need about query your data. No, query for consider data. I'm looking for the information about topic. Topic Okay, we just put our variable. Just to write a little bit of prompt, guide. Oh, I not get insert two line. I think I just need. I not need a very good. Query the database. On the user input, we have question. See, what you put in the user that hold your information. So you would be very careful that writing that, and we write like double question mark. And after this, to query and data, my variable is to get topic about topic, and just to query the database of in the user input, and now we display this whole thing in. This we chart, self automation, use not processing, not using strategy, not processing, and ready. Use reg. Now hi there, I just figure out that we just have to figure out we should put the text generating text. But what is happening that this query the database source just query the context from this database that we put this file, and this the whole context of that situation that querying, and after that we just use to store in another answer, and then we use a model to answer the our question according to the context that we context will pull out from this data source. And then we just would work with chart, and it's you can see that we get the data, we query the data according we have the context window from here, and then we use AI to just answer the questions. Now let's see what the preview is. Now there is a pretty much thing that how much what a question we ask. Let's see the what question ask. Let's ask the question that in a context window. Now, now we want to know that how much engagement of employee we want at the end of the year. Let's see. Ask the question that is valuable. Did our AI answering or not? Let's see it. Now, how much? So we have to ask the question that how much increase in employee engagement by the end of the year we want. Now see. Now see how beautiful that we know that according to the meeting notes, one of the key goals is that we achieve 15% increasement of employee engagement at the end of the year. Is the goal third description how to by regulating feedback, professional development of opportunity, team building, and signification is that, and the deadline is. Now you can see that how useful it could be that any team member you can just ask the question from your database and just get the information via. Now there's the editing part also. Just like it, this database, we just store the multiple data with that we required. Just adding, and every database we store as that meeting number date from this date, this date, this date, and just we store the data. And every meeting happen, we just store the data and anything is that, and just use it this query audit, and just the answer. Just like similar type it, we just replace this whole context and just you update our SOPs, sales SOPs, onboarding SOPs. So the user can query the data that okay, I want to this thing, what to do after the kickoff call. Do you want to credential or not? Okay, what to do the next step? You just user just type it and just it give the answer in the personalized way. And the one thing is that we also chart in this meeting. Just okay, we need that, we need that. We also chart with that. Okay, okay, why is important? Let's see there is a if there is a who there is an answer or not. Now we can let's start on it that we get the further information that okay why this is important user and know that. So this whole thing is we can do from it. Where is it? And just store multiple data and there is to be SOPs, sell SOPs, marketing, onboarding, and so. Now, see the see the background. If we just do this thing. First of all, what happened is our team will be most productive. He have all the data as he required, and all the information at his fingertips. It's so exciting and so mesmerizing that each individual know what to do and what to not to do in their firm. And you know that we can improve pretty much thing that when I summarize the meeting, we can summarize according to the job post, prompting as that we decide this sales process. We can summarize it. We can improve this meeting notes by adding a layer of filterization. Okay, these are the sales talk, and this is the meeting onboarding talk. And just filterize everything in. This is the whole system we build it. Now, what we can do it, we can arrange the make.com scenario where we put it, store the data eventually that we use make.com, and we use make.com as the to automate the whole flow that any meeting happen in Fireflies, we store the data, make a Google Docs and just uploading it. This is pretty simple. Now, this I want to talk about the further possibility, what we can do from this. After that, what we do can do from it that number one thing that we automate it by make.com. That if there is a fire plus happen, we get the transcribe, make a make a Google Docs, then store it in the MindStudio app. The whole system is happen automatically. We can add a filter of that. Okay, a meeting note taker have to revise the document. Then before that, just that we take can, and then after the revise it happen, it all okay. Then it uploaded. We can set in CRM also. Next part, what we can do it from is we can create a a training center for our employee that okay you need this information, okay, go there and have this. Can train the lower level our initial team very easily that okay you need this a tiny thing is that okay what percentage of that, what is our positioning or what is our brand value, what is the pricing. If not a people doesn't understand know the pricing of all product in the beginning level, you can query your data and you give the minimum that data level answer in there. And next thing I love to do is that we can inter communicate that if any meeting happen in communicate communicate if any meeting happen in sales department, the manager doesn't belong to that, he have not passed it but he need to update it. We can just summarize it and give a data values in a few click and get the update that okay you need this information out it, we just provide you. Also, you need specific data about it. You can only go to soft the manager level, just sort that. Okay, I need this. Just type in MindStudio. Just type in MindStudio. I need this information, this, and give me the answer. And it is happen. Now, this is all. I think I solved. I think I explained pretty everything decently. If any problem you have, any doubt you have, just ask in the comment section. I will reach out to you as possible as I can. Okay, bye for today. Now.